We have to learn to be available for ourselves. We're always available for our family, our spouse, our kids, our friends, our job. We're always available, for others, which if you're somebody that serves others, that puts others first, you know, this can be, a tough juggling act, making yourself available for yourself. But if you're somebody that serves others, that puts others first, you have to make yourself available for yourself before anybody else. And when I say, we have to be available for ourselves, this means in our self-improvement. I hear so many times from people, I don't have the time to work out. I work this long, then I have to do this at home. I don't have time to read books. Just have so much going on. I just don't have the time for it. But if you serve others, you have to make time for yourself first, because you cannot serve from a good place if you're not available for yourself. If you're not taking the time to improve yourself and making sure you're in a good place mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, that way you can help others from the best place possible. You can serve from the best place possible. But we have to learn to be available for ourselves. Me, I have my morning routine that I do not skip for pretty much anything unless there's just something I have to be at in the morning. I don't skip my morning routines. I don't necessarily answer my phone calls until I complete my morning routines, because I could get a phone call that could mess up my entire day, make me skip my morning routine, and then my entire day's ruined. I'm not solving problems from a good place. I'm not serving from a good place. I will text people back and I'll tell them, hey, I'm in the middle of my morning routine. Is it an emergency or can it wait? And most of them, when I call them back or text them, it's not an emergency, finish your morning routine. But so many people, are available for everybody else, but they're not available for themselves. We have to make time to be available for ourselves, for self-care, for self-love. And this is anybody. This isn't just people that, serve others, leaders, put others first. This is for everybody. If you want your life to improve, if you want to improve with time, you need to make yourself available for yourself. And it sounds so easy. Now, I'm pretty much talking to people that, are busy people out there. You got people, trying to pull you in different directions. For the average person that's not that busy, who has all the time in the world, you just need to start, acting and implementing good habits in your life until, you get so busy to where it's hard to keep up with yourself. Then you have to carve out that time for yourself to make sure you're available for yourself. But, if more people did this, and we can all be available for ourselves, most of the times it's laziness, I don't have the time to do that, or it's just excuses, I work all day and then I do this and that. We can make the time for what matters to us. We just have to make self-improvement a priority in improving our lives and the lives around us. And if you're saying, I'm too busy, trying to make a living to improve the lives around us, well, it's kind of the flip side. If you took some time to improve yourself, by default, the people around you are going to improve, because they're going to have, a good role model. They're going to see your life improving because you're making yourself available for yourself. But like emails, I check them in the morning and then in the afternoon. I don't check every email as it's coming throughout the day. I would be looking at emails all day long. If I'm in the middle of something, I'm not going to answer my phone call. If I'm reading a book, if I'm working out, if I'm doing something that I need to do for myself, I'm not going to let those people, interrupt me. And no offense for the people that are trying to get a hold of me. But, when they reach out, that's when it's available for them. That doesn't mean it's necessarily available for you. And that's how you have to look at these things. When people are reaching out to you, contacting you, if it's just a bullshit or whatever it is, you have to understand that, if you're in the middle of something, you can call that person back. It was convenient for them at that moment. And maybe you can message them back and say, hey, I can reach back out to you, at this time or whenever I'm done with this. And they'll let you know, hey, that works for me too. They should be available for that as well. But again, if I sat there and answered every single email as it came, I would have no time to myself. If I answered every single phone call as it came, I would not have time for myself. Now, if it's in your professional life, if you have to be available to, progress in your professional life, then, no matter what, you have to be available for that. And that's why if I get phone calls while I'm in the middle of a workout or something, I'll text them back. If it's work related, say, hey, is this an emergency or can it wait? Most of the time it can wait, but if they say, hey, it's an emergency, I'm going to drop what I'm doing. I'm going to give them a call. We're going to figure it out because ultimately, we're trying to improve and progress in our professional life. But again, we have to make ourselves available for ourselves. That way we have time to improve ourselves. So I hope this helps somebody out there. I hope y'all make yourselves available for yourself. We are ultimately our biggest investment. If we invest in ourselves as far as self-improvement, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, everything around us is going to start improving by default. And, the people that aren't good for you, they're naturally going to get pushed away from you. A quick story, down at our beach house, we went to a garage sale yesterday around the corner, met a bunch of our neighbors over there. When we come out here, we try to talk to anybody. We're really trying to disconnect, recharge, reset, and met like 5 different neighbors over there, and they were, y'all need to come hang out and this and that. And something came up, and Destiny told them I don't drink, and they're like, what? You don't drink? And I'm like, no, I just don't enjoy it. And then, I'm young. I'm still trying to, be creative and think of new things. But instantly, those people were disconnected from me, and I promise you, those people are not going to reach out to me to hang out whenever we're down at the beach house because I don't drink. And they're going to be like, well, that's going to be weird being around him if he doesn't drink, So by default, when you do those things, people are going to push themselves out of your life. So you won't even have to, have that awkwardness. But anyways, funny story. Hope y'all got something out of this. Make time for yourself. I love y'all. Hope y'all are getting ready to crush the work week. Thank you.